Hello, Aries. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Gilded Tarot by Ciro Marchetti. Website is llewellyn.com. There is a companion book by Barbara Moore with this version anyway, in case that matters to you. Supportive Oracle Cards, Spellcasting Oracle Cards by Flavia, Barbara, and Lizbeth. Website for them is shewhoisart.com. If I can stop. There you go. If you freeze frame there, hopefully you can get that information if you want it. I cannot stop shaking for the love of me. There we go. Okay, moving on. What do we have for Aries? Is it an exciting energy or not? What are we doing? Okay, you're making a big decision. I get that. You need to. I get that. The good luck cat came out. I just every time I see it, he looks so sarcastic to me. Like, yeah, good luck, bud. Like, it's how he always seems to me. Like, hey, good luck. Hope that works out for you. You're making a decision. It feels very heavy to me. Because when I'm getting the Two of Pentacles, it's coming in with the life purpose, which means this is not a small decision. In the sense of, like, you don't have to be buying a house, but it might be one of those things where I'm changing how I'm dealing with somebody, and it's a pivotal moment for you, kind of like, I don't know, I feel like I'm looking back on how I've been dealing with this person, and I'm just like, that never goes where I want it to go. And Aries is very much a straight shooter. Like, this is how it is, and y'all call it out for what it is, which I match up with Aries energy fairly well. So I appreciate it. But I've also been accused of having that energy myself, and I've seen people not like it. So because I do it to other people and they're just like, eh. And I'm like, what? I'm just anyway, but I feel like this is relatable to me, kind of like you deal with certain people long enough and you realize being a straight shooter, it's just like they use it against you or something. I'm trying not to be that way, but I'm kind of feeling that. Kind of like, I feel like I'm just giving them the ammunition to use against me. I'm being very honest, very forward, and they're collecting that and then just like loading the gun and aiming it right for me every time. And it's kind of like, this is starting to tick me off. And it's kind of like, wait a minute. Aries is not about BS. We're not about, like, I'm not an Aries, I'm a Pisces, but I have an Aries moon going on there, so it's very close anyway. Anyway, I'm getting aggravated because I'm just like, I'm not into the whole, let's just say something to make you feel better. I'm not into that energy. I'm more into the, like, can we just deal with it so we can fix it? But I have dealt with this before, and I think that's why it's aggravating me. I've dealt with people like that before where you're honest with them, they save it up, they redirect it, and they use it against you. Like, they're using your own honesty against you. And it's very, very annoying. And I feel like I'm trying to like transmutate this energy. Kind of like, all right, wait a minute. I'm not a complete idiot. I know what's going on here. Because I feel like I'm mad. I feel like if this is like, it's like, this makes me so annoyed. Because I'm thinking a lot. I feel like there's a lot going on in my brain. There's a lot I'm not saying. There's a lot I'm thinking and I'm not telling this person things because I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna give them more ammunition. Thanks. I'm good with that. Because every time I open my mouth, they use it against me. They find some way to do that. So I'm holding it back. I'm keeping my mouth shut. But I'm not a fan of this. I'm not up for it. So I feel like I have to find a way to be at peace with this person and not tell them things. And I also feel like, I don't know how old I was, late 30s, early 40s, when I kind of got to the point where I realized just because somebody asks a question does not mean they're entitled to an answer. And I got better at the art of just not answering questions by changing subjects or just not answering the question. Just because somebody asks a question doesn't mean they're entitled to an answer. What used to bother me is even though you could tell somebody that's not your business, or you could like try to deflect it that way, they'll glean what they want from that. You have to actually even get better at that and like just not even acknowledge that the question was asked sometimes, or just change the subject. You're getting better at this. Whatever that is, you're getting better at this, but it's annoying. It's annoying. It is annoying. But this person, I feel like you're driving them nuts because you're starting to play their game. Not the way they do, but you're like, just because you ask a question doesn't mean I'm going to give you any information. Like, it's not even like, I'm not even going to give you an answer. It's like, I'm not even going to give you any information. I'm not even going to acknowledge the question you asked. Because I feel like it makes it harder for them. If you barely acknowledge the question or don't acknowledge the question even, it makes it really hard for them to build something from it. And I think that's the thing. Especially if this is like by email or stuff like that. I've done this too. If things go by email and you're working with an unscrupulous person, sometimes I just purposely keep myself very busy, or I used to. And then I would be like, oh, there's a lot of emails going on, and I just send a big email just like snapshotting a bunch of like the highlighted questions and just kind of move on. And just like the little questions I just wouldn't acknowledge. I would get away with that sometimes. But that's basically when I was working with a person where I thought, anything I say, it's like I know what they're doing. They're just looking to, like, it was annoying. I do see like the more you do this, it becomes stressful for me. It's kind of like I don't like it. I don't like doing things this way. I don't like playing these games. I don't have time for these games, nor do I have any interest in these games. And I'm starting to feel kind of like I'm restricted. I'm feeling more restricted. Because it feels like lying by omission to me, and I don't like it. But at the same time, I'm also like, but they don't deserve that information, and I know they're going to use it against me. So I'm kind of going, I think this is the thing, I'm kind of feeling strategy here. When it comes to strategy, Aries can be very good with strategy. But at the same time, you can be under a lot of pressure to make sure that that keeps working out, because when this person gets under your skin, yeah. It could take some control there. Because when they get under your skin, and they're trying to, because they want to get information from you, and they're trying every trick they can think of, they're going to try to get under your skin. But I'm noticing you have the Eight of Swords, which is kind of like it's driving you nuts. There's a lot of stress, but I don't see them winning. So they might be trying, and I wish they would stop. I don't want to encourage them to keep going with that. But doesn't mean you're going to give into it. But it is stressful. It is stressful when somebody keeps pushing and pushing and pushing, and you're like, oh, I want to tell them. I used to have a friend like that. Like, they would get mad and mad and mad, and then they would hold back and hold back and hold back. And then they'd start talking to other people like, I don't know how much longer I'm going to make it. I don't know if I'm going to scream at them or just like lay them out flat, because I'm getting really annoyed. It was funny. I remember we were like, well, maybe you need some vacation time. Maybe take some vacation time so you don't kill anybody. But that can be a little bit... This will work out to your advantage. It doesn't seem to go too far, but I feel like things rebalance by you holding back information like that. It's weird that the happiness card shows up, because I don't think you're happy holding the information back. It's stressful. It's very stressful. But the total situation as a whole, this person doesn't have the ammunition to use against you anymore. And now I feel like it's doubling back on them. Because it's almost like they tried to paint a picture of you that you're this one type of difficult person. And now that you're doing things differently, people aren't seeing that. And they don't have the ammunition to use against you anymore. So the situation as a whole is going your way. That might be where this is actually going better. Because overall, it's kind of like the little battles here are very obnoxious. But overall, you're winning the war. It's kind of like, I don't feel like I'm winning these battles, even though I am winning the war. I don't know if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense, because I do feel like that's what's going on here. I feel like I'm detaching from this person as much as I can. I am very much detaching from this person as much as I can. The more you detach from them, I feel like the easier this gets. If you have to work with this person fairly directly, I feel like it becomes to the point where it's like business only. And if they ask you personal things, or if they're even telling you things about their life, like, oh, I went here this weekend, or I went there that weekend, like nothing that big, but just it's personal information, kind of like, oh yeah, me and this person went to Arby's over the weekend, and we got this, and we had that. I feel like you're not even listening. You're not investing, like, and you're not at all giving them information about you, no personal information at all. I feel like you're even going to the point where if there's other people that you normally associate with that associate with that person, you're even kind of shutting down to them. Kind of like, I'm not saying that they're against me, but I'm not giving that person any ammunition against me. And I'm not even going to let these people be in the middle. I'm just not going to tell them things either. I mean, I'm not cutting them out of my life, but I'm not going to tell them things. I'm not going to do it. The more you do that, I feel like you get, especially if this is a work-related thing, if it is, I feel like you thrive in other ways, and I feel like this becomes less of an issue the more you detach from it. You do seem to be changing your circumstances by doing that. Something else will come forward. One of two things is going to happen if this keeps going. You're either going to, especially if it's a work, you're going to move away from this person. Either they're going to choose to go or you're going to choose to go. But if it's you choosing to go, it's to something better. If they choose to go, then that's them. Because I feel like that's when things go back to a good place for you, when they are out of your life. It's just the manifestation with the closure is telling me it's either this person goes or you go. You're manifesting something the further you go. Just by these actions alone, it's either they're going or you're going. You might even be bringing forth an opportunity to yourself without even trying to. I don't know, because I get success coming forward for you. It's just one or the other. If you're going to go somewhere else, you're going to decide to. You'll find what you want. I'm not really worried about it, because I don't feel like it's even difficult for you. If you decide, I want to go somewhere else, you'll make that happen. I don't see that being a challenge for you. So I'm like, it'll just happen. It won't be a problem. I feel like for a lot of you, though, this other person's going to go away. And once they're gone, success goes back in your favor. Everything in this situation goes back the way it should be. You get to reconnect to people that you want to. I think it's fine. I feel like things are going to be fine. I think for a lot of you, this is work-related, but I'm sure in the comments you'll let me know if it's something different, so thank you. It looks good to me. Is there anything else we need to say about this? I think this is where in the long run it is worth it. It's just very obnoxious in the beginning. Very obnoxious. So, all right, I'm going to shut this down here. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.